everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet Rainbows and Butterflies. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the spring flower coasters. Now before we get started, if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to never miss a crochet tutorial. Now for this tutorial I'm using crochet hook 3mm. You can use any crochet yarn, but for this project I'm using crochet 4-ply cotton yarn and I've used 2 colors. So let's get started. We begin with the slip knot, and once you have your slip knot you need to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you need to work a slip stitch in the first chain. Chain 1, we are starting with the first row now. Now into the circle right here you need to work 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And now you need to work a slip stitch in the first stitch to join your row. In the first single crochet of this row, you work a slip stitch. Now for the next row, you chain 3. We are going to work the first puff stitch right here in the same stitch. For that you yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop like this. Again, this is 2, 3 and 4. So you do that 4 times. Yarn over, pull up a loop and take it through all the loops on your hook. Chain 1 to complete your stitch. And now you chain 2. Now in the next stitch we're going to work the second puff stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now you yarn over, pull through all loops, chain 1 to complete your stitch and chain 2. Now you work a puff stitch in the next stitch. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Chain 1 and chain 2. Now you need to continue working puff stitch in each stitch of the previous row, and you need to have a total of 8 puff stitches. After you complete your row, you need to join it with the slip stitch into the stitch that's right on top of the first puff stitch. That's right here. And now you chain 1 and cut your yarn. We're going to change the color for the next row. Now you need to join the next color in any of the chain spaces. So I'm going in right here. And you chain 3. Now in the same chain space you need to work 1 double crochet, chain 3 and 2 double crochets in the same space, 1 and 2. Now you need to skip the next puff stitch, and in the next chain space you need to work 2 double crochets, chain 3 and 2 double crochets in the same chain space. 1 and 2. Again, you skip the puff stitch. In the next chain space, you work 2 double crochets, chain 3 and 2 double crochets in the same chain space. And now you need to continue working this pattern till you reach the end of this row. After you complete your row, you need to join it by working a slip stitch in the first chain 3 in the third chain. Now to start the next row, you work a slip stitch in the next stitch, a slip stitch in the chain space, and now you chain 3. In the same chain space, you need to work 7 double crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You need to skip the 2 double crochets, and right after that, between the next 2 double crochets, you have 2 double crochets here and 2 double crochets here. Right here in between, you work a single crochet. Now again, you skip the double crochets. In the next chain space, you work 8 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you skip the 2 double crochets, and again in between the 2 double crochets, you have 2 double crochets here and 2 double crochets here. Right in between here, you need to work a single crochet. Skip the next 2 double crochets. In the chain space, you work 8 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Skip the 2 double crochets, and in between the 2 sets of double crochets here, you need to work a single crochet. And now you need to continue working this pattern till you reach the end of this row. After you complete your row, you need to join it with the slip stitch into the first chain 3 that you started this row with in the third chain. And now you chain 1 and cut your yarn. We're going to change the color for the next row. Now for the next row, to join the yarn, you need to join it where you completed your row, right here in the same stitch. And now you work a single crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch, you need to work a single crochet, and you need to work in the back loops of each stitch. So if you can see, you have 2 loops in every stitch. You need to work in the back loops only. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, continue working in the back loops of each stitch. You have 8 stitches for each petal. So you completed your 8 stitches, and now right here you have your double crochets here in the previous row. You need to insert your hook in between them like this and pull up a loop and work a single crochet. And then you need to continue working 1 single crochet in the back loops of the next 8 stitches. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now again, insert your hook in between the space, pull up a loop, and just complete your stitch. It's like a single crochet, you just complete your stitch there. And now you need to continue working single crochet in the next 8 stitches. And again, in the gap here, you need to work a single crochet by pulling up a loop. Now you continue working this pattern till you reach the end of this row. After you complete your row, you need to work a slip stitch in the first single crochet that you started this row with. And now you chain 1 and cut your yarn. We've completed working the crochet spring flower coasters. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and happy crocheting.